Today, we're recapping Thunderbolts, directed by Jake Schreier. In Malaysia, Yelena Belova, played by Florence Pugh, carries out a high-stakes CIA Black Ops mission, blowing up an underground lab linked to the Covert Sentry program, a top-secret superhuman initiative tied to the mysterious Ox Group. She believes she's acting for the greater good, but unbeknownst to her, she's cleaning up the corrupt trail of CIA Director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who faces mounting pressure from congressional investigators as whispers of her abuses through the Ox Group grow louder. As de Fontaine prepares to burn all remaining evidence, she assembles a covert hit team under false pretenses. Yelena, disgraced former U.S. agent John Walker, played by Wyatt Russell, the unstable Ghost, played by Hannah John Kamen, and the ruthless Taskmaster. Each is led to believe they're there for a separate objective, but their true mission is mutual annihilation. During the ensuing chaos in a sealed Ox compound, Antonia is killed by Ava, but not before a mysterious pod is damaged and opens. Inside is Bob, played by Lewis Pullman, a man with no memory and a hauntingly calm demeanor. Bob was once presumed dead, a volunteer for the Sentry trials. His reawakening triggers physical proximity-induced memory bleed. Both Yelena and Walker suffer violent flashbacks after touching him. The group pieces together that they were all intended to die in the facility, victims of de Fontaine's final cleanup. Together, they escape a rapidly incinerating complex, narrowly surviving. While hiding out, the Thunderbolts, unofficially named by the Red Guardian, played by David Harbour, who learned of the conspiracy while posing as a chauffeur for de Fontaine, tried to unravel Bob's identity. Their brief psychic connections with him suggest he was a deeply traumatized individual, once a heroin addict who volunteered for an Ox experiment to fix himself. The Sentry formula granted him godlike abilities, but it also fractured his mind. Inside Bob lurks the Void, a destructive, subconscious alter ego created by his suppressed trauma and immense psychic pressure. De Fontaine captures Bob after a dramatic skirmish where he absorbs a barrage of bullets without injury, then shoots into the sky before crashing like a meteor back to Earth. She transports him to the Watchtower, the rebranded former Avengers Tower in Manhattan. There, she begins grooming him as a public symbol of hope. The new Sentry, America's reborn super savior. Meanwhile, the Thunderbolts regroup and are cornered by Congressman Bucky Barnes, played by Sebastian Stan, who initially seeks their arrest but reconsiders when he learns Bob's true history and the extent of de Fontaine's crimes. He becomes their reluctant ally, knowing firsthand what happens when power is manipulated by shadowy institutions. Infiltrating the Watchtower, the Thunderbolts confront Bob, who has been seduced by de Fontaine's rhetoric and the adoration of the public. He has convinced himself that he must be a god to maintain order. When the team challenges him, he effortlessly defeats them, but lets them live, believing they are beneath his attention. But de Fontaine doesn't trust Bob's unstable mind. Her assistant Mel, played by Geraldine Viswanathan, activates a neural kill switch implanted during the Sentry trial, a final safeguard. Rather than killing Bob, it backfires. It unleashes the Void, a sentient force born of Bob's deepest depression and self-loathing. The Void envelops Manhattan in supernatural darkness, ripping open pocket dimensions filled with people's worst memories and fears. Citizens are psychologically imprisoned, unable to escape. Realizing Bob is the only one who can stop the Void, Yelena volunteers to enter the darkness and reach Bob's fractured psyche. Inside, she journeys through surreal, emotional landscapes, memories of her own indoctrination as a Black Widow, hallucinations of her family's death, and finally, Bob's consciousness. She finds him hiding in a psychic reconstruction of his childhood bedroom, trapped in the past, reliving the abuse he endured from his father. One by one, the other Thunderbolts join her in Bob's inner world. They navigate to a memory of the Malaysia experiment where Bob, racked with guilt over his wasted life, begged to be made useful. The team, each broken in their own way, reassures Bob that he is not a mistake. Together, they confront the Void, an eldritch horror made of shadow, loss, and sorrow. It nearly consumes Bob, until the Thunderbolts unite in a final stand, focusing their pain into belief, not just in Bob, but in themselves. This shared redemption moment gives Bob the clarity to reject the void. He sacrifices his false godhood and reclaims his humanity, dispersing the darkness and freeing New York. With the city safe, DeFontaine tries to salvage her image. At a press conference, she reintroduces the Thunderbolts as the new Avengers, taking credit for the crisis being averted. Cameras flash as the team stands on stage in front of the watchtower, playing along for now. Yelena leans in and whispers to DeFontaine, "We own you now." The implication is clear. The Thunderbolts have the power to expose everything, and DeFontaine knows it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe below to watch more movie recaps with Brian. Comment below which movie you'd like to see recapped next.